Genesis, Day 5. Earth years, 4,001 through 5,000 Earth years. Man and woman were created as spirits, in the image and likeness of God's Spirit, not flesh yet. Genesis, Day 6. Earth years, 5,001 through Earth years, 6,000. One full day in heaven. And he saith, Let us make of man to our image and likeness, and let him have dominion over the fishes of the sea, and the fowls of the air, and the beasts, and the whole earth, and every creeping creature that moveth upon the earth. All of these physical earth beings were condensed entity, and had no ability to control the spiritual bodies of man. So, they were subject to the authority of immaterial entity. We have no authority over oxygen. Thus, we are subject to spirit. Without its life energy and life-sustaining powers, we suffocate. And God, Elohim, Father and Son, Christ, created man to his own image. To the image of Elohim, Shamayim, he created him. Male and female, he created them. The Father and the Son, Christ, created them as spirits, male and female as angels. And God blessed them, saying, Increaseth, and multiply, and fill the earth, and subdue it, and rule over the fishes of the sea, and the fowls of the air, and all living creatures that move upon the earth. And God saith, Beholdeth, I have given thee every herb bearing seed upon the earth, and all trees that have in themselves seed of their own kind, to be thine meat. And to all beasts of the earth, and to every fowl of the air, and to all that moveth upon the earth, and wherein there is life, that they may have to feed upon. And it was so done. And God saw all the things that he had made, and they were very good. And the morning and the evening were the sixth day. There was no sin on the seventh day yet. Genesis. Earth years 6,001 through 7,000 earth years. One full day in heaven. Man, woman, had not sinned and were still spiritual beings. So, the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the furniture of them. And on the seventh day, God ended his work which he had made. And he rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had done. And he blessed the seventh day, and sanctified it, because in it he had rested from all his work which God created and made. Genesis, Day 8. Earth years 7,001 through earth years 8,000. And the Lord God formed man of the slime of the earth. Slime is the substance of the soil. Man is a mortal soul made from the spirit of space into a physical body, and breathed into his face the breath of life, and man became a living soul. And the Lord God had planted a paradise of pleasure from the beginning, wherein he placed man, whom he had formed. And the Lord God brought forth of the ground all manner of trees, fair to beholdeth, and pleasant to eateth. The tree of life also in the midst of paradise, and the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Satan and his demons, after dying from the predatory dinosaurs, were reincarnated into ocean life. And the Lord God took man and put him into the paradise of pleasure, to dress it and keepeth it. And he commanded him, saith, Of every tree of paradise thou shalt eat, but of the tree of knowledge of good and evil thou shalt not eat of. what day soever thou shalt eat of it, thou shalt die the death. Satan, spirit, was born in the womb of the predator snake, and became a serpent. And the Lord God saith, It is not good for man to be alone. Let us make of him a help like unto himself. Man was spirit, and made into a physical body, while woman remained in the spirit. And the Lord God, having formed out of the ground all the beasts of the earth, and all the fowls of the air, brought them to Adam to see what he would calleth them. For whatsoever Adam calleth any living creature, the same is its name. Woman was not given this duty. She was still spirit. And unto her she saw how preoccupied Adam was, and ignored her for a while. She tugged at his soul. Whilst to her, you seen one naked animal, thus you've seen them all. And Adam called all the beasts by their names, and all the fowls of the air, and all the cattle of the field. But for Adam, there was not found a helper like himself. What Adam wanted was his invisible woman, but in a physical body. He was tired of walking hand in hand with a ghost, and in the reflection of the water he felt delusional. Then the Lord God cast a deep sleep upon Adam, and when he was fast asleep, he took one of his ribs and filled up flesh for it. And the Lord God built the rib which he took from Adam into a woman, and brought her to Adam. And Adam lived to regret it. And Adam saith, This is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man. Wherefore, a man shall leave father and mother, and shall cleave to this wife, and they shall be two. Satan, as spirit, was born through the reproductive process, from the womb of a female snake, as predator. He used telepathy to communicate. Telepathy is an ancient communication form for non-verbal spoken words. The serpent played upon the ignorance of her arrogance, and gave her the fruit of the sin, and like a true puppet, Adam sinned. The 6,000th earth year curse of man began on day 8, Genesis. Adam and Eve had a son, Cain. And within the first 130 years of day 8, Genesis, birth a second son, Abel. And Cain killed Abel. God punished Cain and sent him to live in the east side of Eden. Satan and his demons were born from the womb of passive apes into predators. Cain wed the daughter of Satan, an ape-like, human-like creature named Lucy. Cain was the first human to have sex with a demon ape and to have children. Adam, at age 130, Genesis, day 8, earth years 7,130, begot Seth. After his parents had more children, including daughters. Seth was the first man to have sex with a teenage girl, and she had children. God created the first religion in order to regulate humans and to protect humans from other humans. As time went by, humans began creating their own religions, governments, and in time, tribal disputes began to occur. Land grabs, no rights for the females, forced marriages, bans, and other wars versus tribal farmers and the government. Seth, at age 105, begot Enos. Earth year 7,234. And during the next 807 years, Seth and the little beast that he had married from Cain's tribe, they had many more pups. We shall continue this in the next installment of the Books of the Living God.